I was,
Oh, we're on there. Yeah, we're on the air now.
Good evening. I welcome the overflowing crowd to the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for November 28th, 2023. First item I have on my agenda is approve the agenda for tonight's meeting. Do I hear a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the minutes, or the agenda for tonight's meeting.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded that we approve the agenda for the November 28, 2023 as printed. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion carries unanimously. My second item is approval of the minutes from the October 24, 2023. Is there any discussion on the minutes? And no, we're not going to read them.
oh, come on. Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the minutes from October 24, 2023.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. We approve the minutes of the October 2024, 2023 meeting with no changes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously.
I do want to make one comment. You dotted your I backwards on one of the pages in there.
What?
Holy cow. You're already walking on thin ice. You realize that with her.
Are you?
Okay, everybody, let's get ready. We have a conditional use permit. I will turn it over to staff.
Okay, this is tabled from the previous hearing, and CUP 23-105, consideration of a 194-foot self-supporting telecommunications tower to be located on a parcel of land currently zoned agricultural, generally located at 430 West Falun Road, at the request of U.S. Cellular. And I think that before we do anything, there's needed to find out, is the applicant on? Okay, the applicant is supposed to be on via Zoom, and they have not. And so what we will do is you will remove this from the table.
Okay, and with that, then they will be notified.
Right. You'll remove from the table and then basically state that, you know, the applicant is not here. It's been 60 days based on our regulations. The application was submitted on 9/6 of 23, and it's been over 60 days. And so therefore, if no motion or no action has been taken on, you know, for approval or denial, with or without the applicant, then it automatically becomes approved. So per state statute, or per our statutes that reflect the telecommunications law that the feds have adopted. So,
Okay, I need a motion that we remove the item conditional use permit CUP 23-105 from the table.
Mr. Chairman, I move to remove CUP 23-105 from the table.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded. We remove CUP 23-105 from the table. Staff, how do you want to finish this out? They're not here, they're not testifying.
right, you would.
So do I need any vote on removing it from the table?
Well, what you would do is you do have the option of tabling and then requesting that the applicant submit something in writing to extend this to 120 days for review. That's the other option, is you could request that I send them that they would request something in writing.
Do I need to call for a motion or for a vote on removing it
Yes.
from the table? I
Yes.
think I need to first.
Yes.
Okay, all those in favor of removing it from the table say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion does carry unanimously. We are removing it from the table. Now for discussion.
Right.
I thought I got ahead of ourselves there.
Right, and I'm sorry about that. Basically what it is you can either approve it this evening, or, you know, make a motion one way or the other this evening with them not being here, or you can direct staff to go ahead and get a written statement from the applicant saying that they would like an extension for consideration. And then we would, schedule it for the next available thing. So you can either, make a motion tonight, or if you don't make a motion tonight, if you, table it without that provision of requesting a written statement from the applicant, then my understanding is that it automatically gets approved because it's been over 60 days.
Well, I don't think we automatically approve 2 no-shows. But that would be what it would be, right?
For cell towers, yeah. That's the only thing, that's the only time that works.
Okay. So how do you want us to handle this then?
I'd prefer to have the gentleman make
Make them do it?
a letter or a request to extend
for
it.
extension.
That's me personally.
Me too, I agree.
Okay.
I think we need to hear from the applicant.
Yeah.
If they're not taking it seriously enough to notify staff.
I mean, they've had 2 chances at least, so
Yeah.
I'd like to see them make a formal request to extend it for 60 days.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to automatically approve 2 no-shows.
I have.
2 no-shows and I'm automatically approved. That doesn't
Right.
quite work.
It doesn't say we won't approve it, but I just,
Right.
Now, if we do that, help me understand it here, because what I heard you say, and I could be wrong, is that it automatically gets approved.
If you don't, like, let's say if you don't make a motion one way or the other, like if you just say, I'm gonna table this and not give any direction as to the tabling, then it's going to automatically be approved.
But if we say, we got to hear from them, we
Yeah,
want them
yeah, you can
here,
do that. You can do that.
then it doesn't get automatically.
Right, because then they have to submit something in writing stating
Okay,
that they want that
I-
extension.
I agree.
I'd go along with that,
Do we
yeah.
need a motion requesting?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
So just, we actually just got notification from the applicant that had requested the Zoom link again. So if you're amenable to it, we can give them that information and give them some time to get on Zoom.
Oh,
if
they're
you'd
trying
like.
right
Yeah, they're
now?
trying.
trying right now?
Okay,
Sure.
good.
Okay.
Good.
That's fine.
We're good, okay.
Here's your 20 minutes.
And we just had one that's joining now, so I think this might be your applicant.
Quick run to the library then.
Yeah. No, we're on TV here.
Well, library's open right over here.
That's right. I got a library card.
Have we heard anything from area residents in regards to this request?
No, no one's submitted anything,
Okay.
no comments. Also, this, just to kind of give you some additional information, the tower will be located within the special flood hazard area, so, but it is not going to be located within the airport buffer zone. The applicant has submitted the site plan, and I've included that with your packet. FAA and FCC documentation will be pending after approval. Staff has not received any comments from the public. No other comments from other agencies. Comments will be submitted at the time of the commercial permit review, because they're going to go through that process. All these antennas go through the commercial permit review process through this, the agreement we have with the city. This review criteria is, it's like all the other towers that you've considered. Commission may not consider anything that would prohibit or have the effect of prohibiting the provision of personal wireless services as stated in 704A of the Federal Telecommunications Act. The commission can only consider those items that it is expressly directed to consider under the zoning regulations, namely setback, fall zone compliance, and compliance with the floodplain regulations. And quality of service would be considered a technical aspect and not allowed for consideration of this proposal per the zoning regulations. So staff is recommending approval on the condition that the building permit will not be issued until a commercial permit review has been completed. All FAA and FCC approvals must be submitted by staff prior to building permit approval. Floodplain development permit must be completed with final elevation of any electrical service entrance to be 2 feet above base flood elevation. And so that's just waiting for them to get online and
Okay, go ahead and I'll open up the floor then to the applicant.
applicant, you're on.
He's muted.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Good evening. Sorry about that delay there, just technical difficulties. But yeah, so I work for SmartLink. My name is James Lacuna. Last name is Lacugna. We're hired by US Cellular as the applicant for US Cellular. We're proposing, obviously, like we talked about, a 190-foot self-support tower here, and that is for the coverage in Saline County, US Cellular.
Okay.
Very simple.
Yep, pretty simple. And just just wanted to kind of get on with the applicant to ask them if they understand that they have to submit information for the floodplain and make sure that everything complies with the floodplain regulations, and I'll explain that to them in their approval letter if it's so.
Yes, sir. We understood. We understand.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Very good.
Okay, so I'll close the floor then from the applicant. I do need to open it up to the public. Is there any public comment? Has there been any public comment to staff?
No public comment from anyone in the area.
Okay. I will close that portion of the meeting then from the public comment. Bring it back to the commission. Any discussion or questions for the applicant? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I move that we approve CUP 23-105.
With any staff conditions? Any staff conditions we need to discuss?
Yes, the building permit will not be issued until
floodplain.
review floodplain and the FAA and FCC compliance.
With those conditions.
Second.
So conditions 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tower would locate, they have to give us from the flood.
That's correct.
They'll have
It
to
would
give us
be,
that.
yeah.
And we're
they
good with
have-
the airport buffer.
Right, they're away from the airport buffer.
And then the
so there's
FAA
no-
and FCC documentation is
Yes.
good.
Yeah,
Okay. So really, the only conditions of staff is,
floodplain development permit
Floodplain
and
development permit.
commercial permit review.
Yeah,
okay,
sehr gut.
read that to me again. Floodplain development,
Floodplain development permit with elevations and the commercial permit review, and any additional federal documentation that from FAA or FCC to be submitted to staff.
So with your conditions of staff, we're reading then floodplain development permit with elevations, commercial
Commercial permit review.
review, and any additional documentation.
That's correct.
That'll be the conditions that we're putting with it, okay? That is the motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we approve CUP 23-105 with what I'm showing is 3 conditions of staff. Any discussion? Seeing none, I'll entertain a vote. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, same sign. I don't have Paul up on the screen. He's not zooming in. So, okay, so I have a unanimous vote.
Okay, and just to the applicant, that this will be approved, you'll get a formal approval letter on 14 days from today. as we have an appeal period that we have to wait by statute before it becomes formally approved. So after that 14 days, you'll be getting a letter from my office basically outlining these conditions of approval, and that you can start pulling a building permit after you receive that letter.
Good.
Yeah.
Upcoming meeting, what do we have looking ahead?
Nothing in December, but we will be meeting in January, and I'm basically investigating, I've been directed to investigate a way of kind of addressing alternative energy in general in the county, and we already have wind regulations, and we're going to try to fold in solar and and the plus power battery energy storage facilities. All of that will be addressed in basically a separate section in our zoning regs, that we can just fold all of that into one.
Yeah, we'll look forward to hearing what the other counties have to say. And
Yeah.
we can kind of get our foot wet on what could come ahead.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay. So no meeting in December. Thank you, guys. We've done a great job.
Thank you, guys.
Paychecks are in the mail. Entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we adjourn.
Second.
Been properly moved and second, we adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're out of here.
Merry